grieving the loss of him. The narc was kind of confusing because even though he's still alive, I knew that the relationship had to die for me to move on and survive. It was like I had to grieve him as if he actually passed away, because I knew that was the only way my heart could fully detach from him. I had a genuine love, and that's the only way I know how to love, is being genuine, and I know I can love again in the future. I know I fully detached from him. I know I have. There was no real goodbye to him. There was not a closure conversation except for the odd way he chose to brutally discard me before going to Utah. And I think I'll have to make a video or an audio before I completely close that chapter of my life, because I don't like thinking about what happened in that day, in that moment, where things did not make any sense at all. He was delusional. He was very withdrawn, and I'd never seen him like that before. I only had one decision, and that was one decision to accept how he was treating me and to walk away. And it has been very painful work, going from the accepting part that this person that I once loved was also the person who harmed me the most. He tortured me. He really did. And healing from an abusive relationship is just incredibly lonely. You don't only lose the person who you thought was your best friend and your soulmate because they're the ones that told you that's who they are. And you lose the person that you thought you could trust. But you lose the hope of who you thought they could be because you see the potential in them. And now that I'm in this place of healing, I still find myself that there are small moments, and I'm glad it's very rare, on a rare occasion, but sometimes I'll think about the good times, the laughter, the jokes, the familiarity, or the nicknames that he would call me and the kids, or the nicknames we would call him, and make fun of his short legs, and called him Baby Legs, which is a reference to Family Guy. And it wasn't all bad, even though he was living a double life. He expected me to fully trust him and invest everything that I had into him, even though he was going behind my back all the time, talking to other people and searching for backup supply. And anyways, when that happens, when I think of the good times, I do have to consciously stop myself, because those moments were really outweighed by his abuse and the way he would constantly criticize me. It didn't matter if I made him a nice dinner. It didn't matter if I did something in particular that he needed done. And there was always that emotional abuse and relentless yelling and demeaning. The bad wasn't an occasional occurrence, it was a constant pattern. And so when there were good times, I hung on to them. I just remember the full truth as part of how I protect myself now, and I'm able to continue moving on. And I'm not stuck on what the good times were. I see the reality of what that relationship was. He was so needy, needing me constantly, my time, my attention, my emotional labor. I remember years of him constantly calling me throughout the day just to see what I was up to. And I was like, you just called me 20 minutes ago, or you just called me an hour ago. It's like, what the fuck do you need? If I didn't answer the phone immediately, he didn't respect that. He punished me. He would call again and again and shame me for not picking up fast enough. And I felt like I was only existing solely to meet his needs. And he would tell me, finally you pick up, like I'm supposed to be there for his beck and call. There was no room for my own peace, my boundaries. His neediness was so suffocating, and his cruelty was somehow normalized in a way that slowly eroded my sense of self. Sometimes I feel like I have a delay, maybe even brain damage from just being in this prison for so long. But I know healing to me means that there's two truths. I once loved the guy, even though he was very mean to me. And I know that missing somebody doesn't necessarily mean that they were good for you. Obviously, it means that they were not good for you. And grieving the loss of that relationship, it doesn't mean that I need to go back. I don't want to go back. I will never return to that life. Ever. It was isolating being in that prison. I think back when my little babies were small and we just moved to Florida and just remember the abuse. Nothing's changed, it just got worse. But stepping forward, I know that the healing process isn't linear. It's very quiet. I'm alone. I don't talk to anybody. He cut that off quick. And I hate him for it. This journey has been very isolating and deeply, deeply personal. And I know millions of people go through the same shit that I've gone through, and we're all on our healing journey in a different way. And the difference is I will never take him back. Not this time. I'm not one of those people that will go back and forth and take a toxic person back multiple times. I'll give you a chance. And if you prove yourself that you can't change for the better and choose your family, then be gone. It's really difficult to still be under the same roof as him. Even though I ignore him, I don't even see him. I hate his voice. And I'm making plans to move forward, and it's going to happen very soon. And every day I need to remind myself to choose myself. I have peace that I've never had before. And I'm never going to allow anybody to take that away from me again. And with that, I know more than anything is how I know I'm truly healing. It's because I have so much peace not being around him. He's completely chaotic. And if I was being honest with the world, he's psychotic. He's evil. And maybe one day I will tell the truth on how sadistic he was to me. As for now, I'm focusing on my healing.